Just trying to find where it offers a little support. All right, this isn't square. I'm not trying to make it square. I'm just taking some measurements and might make some cuts. Yep. It's not exactly 20, but it never is it? It's like it's usually a little extra. This is 20, an inch, and some 16ths. Maybe some 30-seconds. Anyways, we got 20 feet right here. I'm gonna measure twice, and I was about to say I'm gonna measure twice and cut once, but I don't think I have a pencil. I think I have a Sharpie for like my little thing that I draw plans on. Let me go get that real quick. So, looks like 20 feet. It's gonna be right there. Saw a little bit of curve in that board, so let's see how straight we got that. Let's just check it a couple more times. Still looks like 20 to me. I'm gonna walk it on down. Alright. Looks like we're a little above 20, that's okay. No, if I'm right on the line, we're good. Alright, so always mark which side is the scrap side, because you don't want to get on here and start sawing and then think that this is the side that you're keeping and then this is your scrap, so you come over in this area. So I'm just gonna make sure we know that's our scrap side. Very important. Measure it again and again, and honestly over 20 feet, I mean, you're good, right? Alright, so now it's time to see what the Fujiwara saw can really do. Oh my gosh. I'm getting the chainsaw. Alright, so I always say alright. I'm sorry about that. It's what I say. I've pulled this out some more. You see, there's nothing under it. There's nothing in the immediate vicinity. I'm gonna be right here. I'm just gonna get here and go to town and see what happens. All right, wish me luck. Am I recording? So paranoid now. Chain brake on. See, that's what I'm talking about. When I was saying that when I get the saw in there, I start to angle it. So first of all, I think that was a decent cut for a practice cut. That was a good practice cut. But you see what I mean? When I get in there and start sawing, I start turning the, starts off really well, but then it started kind of angling in there. Doesn't matter, I'll sand that, plane that, we'll be good. All right, only a ton of these to go. Maybe I'll get better by the end. All right, I tightened my chain a little bit. I shifted it this way so I'm off the ground a little more. And I'm gonna try to, instead of doing long ways like I did last time, I'm gonna try to go maybe like this. But I need to be on this side because I need to, yeah, there we go. I need to stay out of the way of the blade. So if it kicks up this way and I'm not looking over the saw and it kicks up into my neck. So let's try that. Uh-oh. Oh no, we out of gas? I think that turned out much better. Looks much straighter. I didn't stay outside of the line as much as I wanted to. But yeah, overall, let's see what we got here. A much better cut. See? Board's not exactly. Probably should have checked that on the last ones, but I think we're going to be fine. And whichever one of these I'm the most off on, I have to take an extra 3 inches off anyway, because it's going to be run up the center. 2 of these are going to be in the end at a full 20 foot, and our 2 12 foot 2x10s are going to go between them. And then one of these is going to run down the center and be our, and the actual cut of 2x lumber is 1.5 inches. So we'll cut an extra 3 inches off of whichever one of these is the worst. And then that'll be our center post. So let's go ahead and cut this guy. Clear all around here. Chain brake on. Well, didn't meet very well in the middle there, but was able to come back and make it work. So now I'm going to measure these, see which ones are closest to exactly 20. Those will be the outsides, and then we'll do an extra 3 inches. This isn't straight. Anyways, we'll check back in here in just a second. Well, it turns out they were all perfect. Well, perfect is maybe giving me a little bit too much credit, but they all came out to exactly 20 feet. The first one, however, is the ugliest one I cut. So we're going to take the 3 inches off of that one. And I'm going to go just to the left of the 3-inch mark, so that, because I've been aiming to not cut out the black mark and been doing it anyway. So we got 3 inches there, 3 inches there. This should actually, let me get one more kind of spot here so that I can make sure we're staying on it. Because the edge of my board doesn't seem very square, I'm going to use this side and make sure it's at least pointing to the next spot. Okay, flip that over, line that up nice and pretty. Alright, used to say good enough for government work. If you're a government worker, I apologize. So it does look like, hopefully it's just yeah, so now I can cut directly on it and I should be good. I'm trying not to lean over the saw like this, but let's see. I can't see it on this side, so that's why I keep switching sides like this. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the video. I'm still angling the saw. This is much better than it was. I had to come in and trim a little bit, but let's look at it real quick. I just suck with a chainsaw. I mean, there's I need more practice. I can't keep the bar straight. Let's see what we got. All right. So we came 1, 2, 3 inches in, and still about a 1/16 off. Let's look on this other side. 1/16 is, it'll still be fine. The other side is good. The other side is right on there. This side I was shaving. I might have shaved more off the top than I did the bottom, but that'll be fine. Let's see, just slightly. See. Alright, let's see if I've gotten any better at this. These don't have as much as an overhang as the other ones, but still need stuff taken off. Make sure we got some gas. Good. Oil. Oil's good. Alright. Come on. Alright, so this one, super ugly. Like this one, oh man, this is so ugly, I gotta go in and clean this up. Like I learned nothing. But I do think going this other way. Actually helped me clean it up a bit. And that's still super ugly. No excuse for that. That is ugly. Actually, both of those are kind of chewed up. Let's see what we got here. 12 feet. 12 feet. 12 feet with some ugly stuff in between. 12 feet. Come on. 12 feet. All right, we'll call it good. But man, I hope that part's hidden. We'll call that rough cut lumber. That's what it is, rough cut. I think that's all the cutting I needed to do today. Thank goodness, because apparently I'm getting worse. Although I am much better at keeping the chainsaw blade level when I'm cutting with the top of the blade, the top of the bar. So I don't know what that's all about, but I seem to be much better that way. Maybe everybody is? I don't know. Just need more practice. So again, these are not where these footings are going. I'm gonna concrete in 6x6 posts on the four corners. I just kind of threw these up for layout purposes so I could kind of see, even get a better idea for my high spots, my low spots, what the terrain looks like. I have a 4-foot level I could throw on here to see like how high that would need to be level over there. That's obviously going to be my high point that we're going to have to level everything to. So once we get, and there's our marker right there, so once we get that hole dug and the 6x6 post cemented in here, this will be where we level everything off, and that's going to be our lowest end back there. And I mean, one option is to excavate down, but I don't know, that slope would still, even if I excavated down, that slope would kind of continue to come. I'd rather put up my posts. I'd rather post in everywhere. Even if I use these footers, they're going to go in the ground with gravel. They won't. None of these footers will be sitting on the ground. They'll be dug down. No, I say that. I say they will be. But I'm just using them to kind of lay stuff out. So now you can see that first 4 feet is actually going to be, so 4x12 is actually going to be the deck, and then the inside will actually be 12x16. Sorry. Yeah, we're coming along. As soon as I get those sleeves for my 6x6 posts, they're supposed to get in tomorrow, so I'll probably be back out here tomorrow digging holes for all of the posts. And I don't know, I know I'm gonna cement. I'm gonna use concrete, gravel and concrete in the holes for the 6x6 posts. For the 4x4s, I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do. And even like I said, there's only one spanning that hole. There's gonna be 2 between there, so there'll be a 4x4 post every 5 feet. So 5 and then, right? Yeah, 5, 10. Every 5 feet, yeah. Wait, is my math off? Oh my gosh, it's been a long day. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Might be some fractional stuff, but there's going to be 2 in between that. So yeah, maybe my math is off. I got to go back to the drawing board and check my plans. And then there's this other guy that we cut 3 inches off of. Will go straight down the center, and then our 2 12-foot boards will be on each end, and then I think we'll use 2x6 floor joists to finish out the subfloor. 16 inches on center. Alright guys, that's it for the day. Questions, suggestions, ideas, comments, leave them below. And I'll see you on the ridge.